After months of closely monitoring and actively steering the SIR exercise in poll-bound West Bengal, the Supreme Court's latest order determines the arithmetic of democracy itself, that is, who gets to vote and when. For the poll-bound state of West Bengal, the Supreme Court, via its extraordinary jurisdiction under Article 142 of the Constitution, directed the Election Commission of India that people whose appeals are cleared by the appellate tribunals 2 days before the voting day shall be given the right to vote, consequently in the West Bengal Legislative Assembly elections. Since the polling dates are April 23rd and 29th, if the appellate tribunals can decide the appeals of the people by April 21st or 27th respectively, such decisions of the tribunals shall be published in a supplementary revised electoral roll by the ECI. This was ordered by a bench of CJI Suryakant and Justice Joymala Bagchi in an order released Thursday. In the same hearing of April 13th, Justice Bagchi asked what if the winning margin in a constituency in the West Bengal election is 2%, but more than 15% of the electorate could not vote. Most importantly, the top court has also admitted that if an individual who has been excluded from the SIR list and their appeal is pending before the appellate tribunal till April 21st or 27, as the case may be, they are not entitled to exercise the right to vote in this election at least. It is also important to mention here that the highest voter deletions in Bengal are in Muslim majority districts. Nearly 27 lakh names were struck off the West Bengal's voter list. Murshidabad, a Muslim majority district, saw the highest deletions of 4.55 lakh, with other Muslim majority areas also being severely affected. These deleted voters can appeal, but their vote in upcoming election is dependent on the appellate tribunal's verdict. These 19 appellate tribunals are constituted by the Supreme Court via its March 10th order and have only begun functioning from April 13th, barely 10 days before the first polling date, raising a critical question over how many of the pending appeals can realistically be adjudicated within such a compressed timeline. The petitions in the top court have also raised a concern about the election governing body's ability to conduct the revision exercise in time with fairness and questioning the timing of it. In a separate case, the judgment challenging the Bihar SIR was reserved by the Supreme Court on January 29 this year and stands awaited. The top court has been monitoring the management regarding the special intensive revision in the state and has a suo motu case going on regarding the safety and security of judicial officers who are heading these appellate tribunals, which was also made by the top court's Article 142 powers. The Constitution's Article 142 empowers the Supreme Court special and wide powers to pass any decree or order it deems necessary to ensure complete justice in any pending matter, especially under extraordinary circumstances where the existing laws are insufficient. It said that these tribunals were intended to provide a mechanism of appeal for individuals whose claims for inclusion in the electoral roll had been rejected by the judicial officers, as well as to afford an opportunity to those raising objections to any inclusions that had been affected. The court's order also said that over 34 lakh appeals have already been filed, not only against alleged wrongful exclusion, but also in a substantial number of cases by objectors aggrieved by the inclusion of several persons in the revised electoral rolls. The top court also went on to clarify that if an individual's name has been cleared by the judicial officer, but has been challenged or objected to by any other individual, the same is pending before appellate tribunal, then such a person would not have the right to vote either. This, in the court's view, couldn't be permitted, particularly where judicial officers from the state of West Bengal, duly assisted by judicial officers from the state of Jharkhand and Orissa, have completed what can only be described as a truly Herculean task, it said, within a remarkably short span of time. With that, thank you for watching.